Did you know that the average person can gain 5 to 7 pounds from Thanksgiving to New Year's? And according to the CDC, 42% of Americans are obese. And by 2030, that number will rise to 50%. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you 6 tips on how to stay happy and healthy during the Thanksgiving holiday, so you don't have to be one of them. So let's talk about it.
Welcome to Body Sculpt of New York 6 Weeks to Fitness podcast, where we hope to inform, motivate, encourage, and inspire you towards living a healthier lifestyle. And now, here's your host, the president of Body Sculpt of New York, Vince Ferguson.
Thanksgiving is the time of year when we all come together and give thanks to God for family, friends, health, and so much more. Now, if you dread this time of the year, you're not alone. Over 53% of Americans visit their families during the holiday season, and many say that though they love their families, sometimes it can be stressful and overwhelming. Now, another part of Thanksgiving that people look forward to, obviously, is the food. If you're trying to lose weight, it can be hard to make it through Thanksgiving, but don't fret. I'm going to provide you with some tips on how to survive this year's Thanksgiving holiday. Number 1, move your body. Create a calorie deficit by exercising to burn off calories before you even indulge in your favorite foods. Take a walk early with your family, friends, before you even go out to enjoy the Thanksgiving dinner. I do that. I go to the gym, usually in the morning. It's not crowded. I can get the workout in, burn some calories, and I'm good to go later in the evening. You should try that. It really, truly works. Now, tip number 2, lighten up the food. Whether you're hosting Thanksgiving dinner or bringing a few dishes to share, make your recipes healthier with less saturated fat, sugar, or salt. In other words, less calories. There is more sugar and fat and salt in most recipes than is needed. And no one will notice the difference if you skim some calories off by using lower calorie ingredients. And if you're asked to bring a dish, why not bring a fruit salad? You may get the side eye from your family, but they're gonna thank you later. Trust me on that one. Now, tip number 3, portion control. It's always a challenge to watch how you're filling up your plate. And during Thanksgiving, it's even harder to control how much you put on your plate and how much food you consume. Controlling your portions can help ensure that you're not overeating. You can use a smaller plate, as I like to do, or you can fill half your plate with vegetables to avoid filling your plate with unhealthy choices. Also, before heading out to Thanksgiving dinner, consider eating something light and healthy, something like a fruit or maybe some nuts, okay? Walnuts, cashews, almonds, all that stuff helps. It's healthy fat for you and protein. Now, this way you won't feel the need to overindulge later in the day. Trust me, this also works. If you go to Thanksgiving dinner on an empty stomach with a voracious appetite, you're gonna overeat. It happens to the best of us. Tip number 4, I want you to eat slowly. That's right. I remember being in a restaurant a few years ago, coming from the gym. I was really hungry. And the waiter put the food in front of me. I forget what it was. I'm sure it was chicken, probably some vegetables, I'm sure. But this little old lady came by and she looked at me and said, "Son, slow down," because I was just tearing into that food. But I realized she was right. The food wasn't going anywhere. You know, I just couldn't control my appetite. So we have to realize that our entire digestion process starts in your mouth with chewing. Take your time and chew your food as much as possible. When you chew your food, it gets broken down into smaller pieces, which are easier to digest. When mixed with saliva, chewing allows your body to extract the greatest possible amount of nutrients from the food you eat. And depending on the food, it is recommended that we chew at least 28 to 32 times. Much less for certain fruits, obviously. It's important to remember, though, that it takes 20 minutes for our brains to receive a message from our stomach that we're full. Eating slowly will ensure that we don't overeat. That's really some sound advice. Number 5, I would limit my alcohol consumption. The more popular you are, or the more friends you have, the more invitations you're going to receive from family and friends to attend social events. And as you know, most of these events come with more opportunities to consume alcohol. An increased alcohol intake during the holidays can contribute to weight gain due to its high sugar content. And a lot of us like to drink some alcohol before going to bed at night, and we wake up feeling a little bloated, wondering why we can't get rid of the extra pounds. Now, because of my Navy background, most people assume that I drink. Sailors are known for their drinking capacity. But I'm more the exception than the rule. My favorite response when offered a drink is, I don't drink anything stronger than me. Now, that may sound like arrogant, but it's not. It's just that I may be in control of the alcohol in the beginning, but if I keep drinking, the alcohol may get control of me, and it wouldn't be a pretty sight. Now, to each his own, obviously, but I find abstaining from alcohol works for me. But now, number 6, forgive yourself, all right? If you still overeat, it's not the end of the world. Forgive yourself and keep moving forward. You're human, and so am I, last time I checked. And it's almost inevitable that you will make a mistake. I know because I make mistakes all the time. But what matters the most is how you rebound and overcome. It's not the end of the world. Trust me, it really isn't the end of the world if you get off course for a day. So make sure you forgive yourself and get right back on the wagon the next day. Gyms are open the next day, parks are open, you have your health, so at the very least, go for a walk, jog, jump rope, dance, and get your body moving again. Let's get started. Each day brings about a new opportunity. So let's recap. To stay in shape, during the Thanksgiving holiday, you should, number 1, move your body. Number 2, lighten up on the food. Number 3, remember portion control. Number 4, eat slowly. Number 5, limit alcohol consumption. And number 6, forgive yourself. If you can do these 6 things, you will be healthier and happier right after the holidays. Whether it be Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, it applies to each and every one. But now, if you found these tips helpful, or if you can think of any other tips to help you stay healthy during the Thanksgiving holiday, please leave them in the comment section below. Now, I do online one-on-one coaching and group fitness coaching. I'm also available to do virtual speaking in front of church groups, corporations, and organizations. You can email me at vince@6weeks.com for more information, because in 6 weeks, you can really change your life. Now, I'll also leave my website information in the comment section below. And remember, we don't stop exercising because we grow old. We grow old because we stop exercising. Peace and happy holidays.